Hey folk, welcome to another episode of Monday Coffee with Jexo. It is the 73rd episode to be exact, and you'd probably know Nikki is not co-hosting with me given she's having a blast on her holidays. So given she's not here and I'm giving you all the updates about Atlassian on my own, I decided to change things up and entertain you from my patio with seagulls coming in and out from time to time, so you'll hear them. So hope you like the outside shot. But enough small talk. You came here to be updated with news about Atlassian, so let's see what's been happening last week. Some of you might remember the large-scale incident that happened in April and lasted for a few days, and oddly enough, it happened over Team 22. We reported on the situation here on Monday Coffee as well as the post-mortem published. But as a reminder, Atlassian team accidentally wiped out several customer instances instead of removing their access from some features. This happened due to an internal lack of proper communication and having the delete functions under the same roof. But anyways, it took them quite a few days to get those customers up and running again. With this incident, there were some gaps or lacks in the structure and process, and Atlassian outlined these in the post-mortem report published after the incident, and they set out on a mission to solve 4 areas. Introduce soft deletes across all systems to prevent wiping out everything and complicating things if needed to restore. Disaster recovery program that introduces easy restorations for multi-site clients, update their client management, incident management process to support better large-scale incidents, and create a proper playbook for large-scale incidents. So this post from last week is an update on all of these improvements lanes, where Mike Tria, head of engineering, explains the progress. Like the fact that the team reviewed all the places where delete operations are made, and they plan to implement soft deletes alternatives by December this year, as well as reducing the number of services that can do these deletes operations on strictly necessary ones. There's also mentions of them doing a proper disaster recovery exercise based on site deletion in the last quarter of this year, and they'll continue to run those tests periodically. But I'll not go through absolutely everything, and I'll let you navigate and read more to know everything done as well as planned just now. So last week, Bentley Cook gave us something exciting to talk about this week on Monday Coffee. What's so exciting? Well, he announced that over the next 3 months, there will be 3 guests answering any of your questions that you decide to ask them. This is promoted as Developer Ask Me Anything series and is an opportunity for anyone in the community to learn from others in a more structured ways. Nowadays, we're all busy and it's hard to get sit-down time with others, especially the more popular ecosystem members. I think it's a brilliant idea and another good way to bring the community closer together and learn from each other. There are a few initiatives like Partner Spotlight that do a great job to help us get to know each other, and I think this developer AMAs will help us also learn from each other. And I honestly think this should be happening every month with a new developer, not just 3 months a year. The first in the spotlight is Daniel Western from 55 Degrees, and he'll be answering questions posted in this dev thread on 17th of August. Daniel is a veteran developer, having sold a marketplace business prior and being at his second with 55 Degrees. He's a top contributor in the ecosystem, and now is your chance to find out stuff about his business, like hiring people and building internal apps. Navigate to the link mentioned by Bentley in the article and submit your questions before 17, as in today or tomorrow. Seagulls started having a voice. Now, a couple of updates at lightning pace. So Jira Work Management is getting some navigation improvements due to increased demand from clients for cross-project business collaboration. You'll see your business projects listed on the left and your views move to the right as tabs. The JWM team is also experimenting with cross-project work views. Events this week: there's round 2 of the 3 weeks series of lightning talks for Marketplace. This week, you get to know about apps for admins and ITSM. A couple of partner webinars on Wednesday and Thursday, mainly about the great cloud and migration. And there's a healthy mix of virtual and personal ACE events happening this week that you can attend. As always, navigate to Goosely and find events you fancy attending. This week's article of the week comes from Designing Atlassian blog on Medium, and I know Nikki will love reading this one when she's back. This piece is from Hannah McKenzie, content designer at Atlassian. She talks about how microcopies are undervalued, and I think that this is something that a lot of us technical folks in the Atlassian ecosystem think. We think that just because it's a small piece of work like naming a button is less important, or that we just do that ourselves when coding it, just naming it, whatever we think makes sense. I'm guilty of that, of doing that, and I'm sure many of you devs in the ecosystem done it in the past as well. Meh, is nothing important enough to get our content writer or PO to adjust the wording. I'll just do it myself. Hannah uses a great Picasso anecdote to describe why quick work doesn't mean less important work. So, a woman approached Picasso in a restaurant and begged him to sketch something on a napkin. "I'd love to own an original Picasso," she explained. He complied, grabbed a napkin, and scribbled something. "That will be $10,000. "What?" she gasped. "But that's only took you 30 seconds. "No," Picasso replied. "That took me 40 years. And I think us technical people realize this already in our field. You see a junior engineer struggling for hours to solve a problem, you know it would take you minutes to address. And you know that's because all of the experience you accumulated with years of solving similar coding challenges in the same way for any other skill domain. But I'll let you read the full thing. She'll also give you an example of microcopy and experience content designer can address fast. I'm sure that after reading this, you'll learn to appreciate content designers more than before. That's about it for this Monday Coffee with Jexo. I hope you had a great time with me today. Make sure you rate my solo performance highly to Nikki, okay? All right. Links for everything we discussed are in the description, and I'll see you in the next week. Bye.